Live at 4, let's look at the store. And we're going to go over this event right now, which is Viral Vision, which is an event where you get points from blitzing and getting the UPC web credits. It's only available on the MSF.gg web store. Make sure you're logged in. A lot of people had to log out, log back in. They've had some difficulty with that. And so it requires a lot of blitzing. People are saying that it's almost unfinishable. And I think Boylon said you needed to blitz 7.2 rotations a day at 35 wins per rotations. And that's, with optimal spending and saving all of your blitz credits from the Juggernaut milestones and the milestones from the Red Star and the premium orb blitz that was yesterday. So be sure to check out his video if you want to get the exact math, but it is a mess. Basically, this Viral Vision gives Plague Monger orbs, which feeds into the Contagion Core event, which is an event where if you earn orb credits, then you can get the Black Panther pelt, which feeds into the month-long Black Panther event, and you need over 51,000 points. So there's a couple things right here. Blitz a lot. I don't know if you're going to be able to do it and or spend money in the web store. It's kind of nonsense. And then the Plague Monger orbs, you can also earn fragments by farming. There's a total of 50 nodes. You can go into this and hit open and then hit find, and it'll show you the 50 nodes that you can farm. The most efficient ones are the ones that cost 12 and they pay out 30. The second most efficient ones are going to be the ones that cost 16 and pay out 30. So here's a list of the most efficient nodes to be farming. Heroes 3-3, Heroes 5-6, Villains 2-3, Villains 2-9, Nexus 4-3, Nexus 4-9. Screenshot this here if you want to get insight on how it's going to get max event rewards. All right. The other way of getting through this event is to spend $100, and this will basically give you enough points, or just shy of like by 1,000 points or something like that. And then you'll get the Black Panther pelt, and you'll be basically done with the event. So basically, Scopely has presented a situation where you can blitz a lot, over 7 rotations a day for 7 days, or spend $100. But it generally looks like this event is not free-to-play friendly, very challenging, a lot of work. Starting an event that requires 8 blitz rotations a day when Gods of War is about to come out was a terrible choice. The normal events that require 4, 5, 6 rotations a day are already super annoying, but 8, screw that. Spending $100 to complete the event, absolutely absurd. I'm taking the time and money for this event and spending that on reportedly the best AAA game Sony's ever made. As a bonus, I'm also saving $30 by doing this. Offer pricing in Marvel Strike Force is ridiculous, and I agree with that as well. Other thing too, you want to be saving these web milestone rewards for coordinated assault, which will be starting later in the week, I believe on Thursday or Friday, where that is the event with the milestones for your alliance by spending the ISO energy. So be sure to save them in your mailbox now. And then also, I wanted to play this video real quick right here because it just talks briefly about some things that I've thought about for a long time. And this is a lawyer right here who's a video game attorney, and he's talking about some of the things that he has personally encountered when dealing with developers. And if you've watched the channel for a while, you know that this is a topic that I've talked about a lot. I've talked about mobile gaming patents and dynamic difficulty odds, them adjusting the rates depending on whether or not you're a spending or not spender. And there's actual U.S. patents on this type of things. One of them is this right here, which is a mystery box that adjust due to past spending behavior. This is a patent that is owned by Kabam. And it's just interesting to hear this lawyer's take. This is a 36-minute long video. We're only going to watch one minute of it, and I will link it in the description.
I've had companies come to me of significant size, come to me and ask for consultations on how to make sure what they're doing with loot boxes is legal. And one of the things they're doing is what is called dynamic odds, meaning if you don't spend money, you're going to win all the time. And why is that? It's because you are now walking around in game as a billboard to everyone else who wants that cool skin you're wearing. So they'll give it to you because you're not going to spend money anyway. But if you're someone who they know will spend $100 until they keep spending until they get what they want, your odds of winning are going to lower because they know you'll spend more and more and more. That is literally rigging a system that it goes against every gambling regulation. It goes against every basic law in this space, and it's happening in at least a few companies because they've gone over it with me. I can't say who because of attorney-client, but it's a legitimate issue, and I guarantee if these handful are doing it, many are doing it. I think the reality is that the industry is doing something it knows is wrong. When I go into the industry meetings, when I go into the rooms of lawyers or the rooms of publishers, industry insider, their confidential rooms and everything else, it feels like I'm sitting in the 1970s rooms with the tobacco companies explaining to each other why smoking can't cause cancer. That's what I am hearing when they go over their studies of how loot boxes can't cause kids to get addicted to gambling or can't be triggering any kind of endorphin rush that's creating addictive tendencies.
People My Games reached out to Valve for
All
a
right.
comment.
So it's this. The reason why I bring this up is because we've talked about this before. This is literally a patent titled "Mystery Boxes That Adjust Due to Past Spending Behavior." This patent talks about this, and this is a patent that was filed by Kabam in 2014. And who knows if that is implemented here in Marvel Strike Force? I don't know. I don't know if it's knowable, but it's just, this is something that I've been talking about for years now. I think I've been making videos and talking about these patents, and it's interesting to see an actual lawyer who's involved in the industry speak up about this issue that I've been talking about for years now. I always thought it was a tinfoil hat type of thing. I'm not even sure if it affects this game or not. But anyways, let's move on. Also, seems like they forgot a Mr. Negative event. There's been no Mr. Negative event. It was supposed to be some sort of web event. The other thing that we're missing is information on the Nokia event. Although a lot of people pointed out to me from yesterday's video that the Nokia event might be similar to that of the Zombie Iron Man. We will see. We've got a couple offers here to review. The first one right here is a little bit confusing. This is a 5 equal chances of a 5, 6, or 7-star, which for $15, and this is for the Web Warriors. Unfortunately, the text when you click on the button is very confusing. It says, don't miss out on this exclusive Cyber Monday sneak peek offer. Get an equal chance of a 5, 6, or 7, and then immediately after it says minimum red star level 6, maximum red star level 7. This is a typo. Do whatever you want with that information. I'm not personally going to buy any of these because they do not give, you can get a 5. This is not true. Minimum red star level 6. If you go on the web store, it gives the odds, and it very clearly shows the 5 reds inside of the odds. The web store actually has better information. You can click on the offers and it gives you the percentages. It's actually pretty nice. Right there, and so you can very clearly see that there's an equal chance of getting a 5, 6, or a 7. Also, we've got a Dark Hunters event, which could be helpful for the Morgan Le Fay event. I believe I used these guys on Node 10. Black Friday special event, Dark Hunters, 150 of each. These guys here are recently made available. Morbius can be found in Blitz orbs randomly, and then Dr. Voodoo. It has a node where you can get a couple shards a day if you want to do it that way. So this is a reasonable enough offer, in my opinion. If you don't have these guys already, 150 of each character for $10, I think is a reasonable enough deal. Also right here, Cyber Monday Web Warrior. This exclusive Cyber Monday sneak peek bundle containing multiple Web Warrior character shards along with golden training orbs to power them up. What I like about this offer right here is that it has the newer Web Warrior characters. Spider-Man and Miles have been in the game for a longer amount of time, and so these are typically the ones that people are short, so I'm a big fan of this. The training materials and the gold is not that big of a deal, maybe $1 a piece on those. But yeah, 75 character shards times 3 for $10 is reasonable enough. Then also, this is just one of my favorite offers if you're looking for T3 training materials. T3 training materials are found in this orb anywhere from 350 to 400. There's a small amount of gold, small amount of purple gear, and then also characters from year 2. That's kind of what this orb is about, is a legacy 2. And so if you're looking for T3 training materials, this is going to be the best way to buy them. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.